What's up, guys? This is this is God of Law. I'm the reincarnated, resurrected, and reborn, living, spiritual, immortal soul of God. That is not a joke. That is not some rhetoric. That is not something that I say with any type of anything less than 100% power and authority is the truth. I mean, it's really what happened. So to make a long story short, look, I'm just here to address a couple things. One main thing, and it's this whole mark of the beast legal system of legal persons and how it works. And basically, to make a long story short, guys, okay, here's what I'm going to basically say to everybody. All right, look, it's not my intention to cut anyone down. All right, but I think it's my duty, my responsibility to keep it real with you guys. All right, it's the right thing to do, regardless if it pisses people off. Look, I'm just telling the truth, okay? I don't intentionally mean to cut other people down. It just happens to be part of what happens when I'm telling the truth, and the truth conflicts with what others are telling you. All right, so listen, we all know there's 100,000 different sovereign citizen guys, 100,000 different free man gurus. You've got Dean Cliffords, you've got, the trust law, you've got Mark Stevens and Cop Watch Hawaii, or ethical anarchism, which deals with, which deals with the Socratic method and whatever. Listen, these guys have good intentions, okay? And I understand why they do what they do. They're tired of being fucked with. They're tired of having them, they're tired of being fucked with or arrested for nonviolent, victimless, statutorily based infractions or violations of state regulations, state rules and regulations. I call it state corporation rules, regulations, and state policy, because that's what it is. They're sick of all that, but the thing is, they're not right. And the methods that they use, this shit will never work in court, okay? The bottom line is, I don't condone any type of free man citizen or sovereign citizen rhetoric. I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm not a free man in the land, whatever you want to call it. I don't affiliate myself with any type of rhetoric like that. I simply tell the truth. And basically, I'm going to tell the truth. Today is June the 18th, 2017. And I'm just going to basically use that as a copyright, because as soon as this information gets released, I'm sure there'll be 100 different gurus on YouTube claiming it to be their own information. Well, look, I'm going to take credit for the information because I'm right. But I do hope that others start spreading the information, because it's good information and the truth needs to be out there. All right. The mark of the beast, legal system of legal persons. Is what I call it, because it's what it is. All right. We'll leave the mark of the beast part out for the rest of this quick video, just because I don't want people, going off about how I'm basing this on religion or basing on the Bible or whatever else. I don't feel like dealing with the argument, so we'll just keep that out of it for now. All right, listen, guys. The legal name and the legal person and the legal identity of which consists of that legal name and that legal person is absolutely the linchpin, okay, of which bonds you and chains you into the legal system. Bottom line, all right? The reality is that we ourselves, we're not the legal name, we're not legal persons, all right? That is total bullshit, okay? The fact is, all right, legal names and legal persons are just titles of which, because only things have names, only things have titles, only property has titles, okay? And so legal names and legal persons are basically state property, okay? They're used for identification purposes to identify, one of their family members, because anyone that is a legal person, you are a family member of the state corporation. Whatever state it was that you decided to obtain a birth certificate, social security card from, and then you took those documents to any form of a state agency and obtained any form of a license, whether it's a marriage license, driver license, recreational license, commercial license, doesn't matter, or any form of a state identification card. The moment that you do that, that you present that birth certificate and that social security number, and you give that to a state agency, and in return, that state agency issues you any form of state-issued license or state-issued identification card, you have just exited the lawful world, where you have free, God-given, true God-given freedom and free will, and you just relinquish that freedom and free will in exchange to joining the mark of the beast legal system of legal persons. I'm just going to call it the legal system of legal persons because I forgot. I told you guys I wouldn't mention the mark of the beast, although, believe me, that's exactly what it is. So you join that. The moment that legal person is created, now you, the living, spiritual, immortal soul of God, okay, because that's what we are. We are living, spiritual, immortal souls, of which our lawful address, where we reside, is within our physical human avatar bodies. I call them the vessel or the ship, because that's exactly what it is. We're not the body. We're not the flesh and blood, okay? We're not the legal name or the legal person. We are spiritual, immortal souls. We don't have a soul. We are the souls, okay? And we reside inside of physical bodies, physical human avatar bodies, the vessel or the ship, all right? Now, what happens is, okay, is the moment that legal person is issued, you've just now contracted yourself with the state corporation, okay? And as a legal person, okay, you are now bound to the rules and regulations of that state, of the states, of the United States, period, because you chose to join their family. That is how they get legal power and authority and legal jurisdiction over you and your physical human avatar body. All right? When you go to court, you cannot challenge jurisdiction after you've walked into the courtroom and crossed that bar, into their territory. Because the fact of the matter is, the prosecutor doesn't have any evidence of jurisdiction, and I agree to that. The problem is, when you walk into the courtroom, the prosecutor no longer needs evidence of jurisdiction because the evidence of jurisdiction just walked into the fucking courtroom. You wouldn't be standing there if they didn't have jurisdiction. That's how they get it. And I don't understand why people don't understand this. Stop listening to the bullshit sovereign citizen guys, because they're wrong. And I don't mean to yell and get angry, but I'm passionate about this because I know it's right. I know it's the truth. I mean, listen, I'm not going to make this video a really long video. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste a little bit of information, and I'm going to put it in the description page, in the description bar, and I'm also going to post it as a comment on my video. And so instead of listening to this video, because I didn't go on a long rant and I didn't really explain everything properly, I'm going to explain how this mark of the beast legal system of legal persons works, and I'm going to explain how the courts get their legal power and legal authority and jurisdiction over you and your body, and I'm going to put it in the description link to this video. Okay, so when this video's done, go ahead and read the description, read the comment section, and I'll copy and paste the information, and this will give you a very detailed understanding of exactly what's going on and exactly how it is that the entire legal system and the courts and the judges and prosecutors, etc., get their legal power and authority and their legal jurisdiction. All right, people, it's time to wake up, okay? God, the Heavenly Father, has fully resurrected me and granted me the gift of resurrection and rebirth. Now I'm awake. I know how the system works. There's no putting me back to sleep. And God's wake-up call, that same resurrection and rebirth that I got, is available to each and every one of you if you would just stick your nose in the King James Bible, start reading that book, and walk down that path that connects you with God the Heavenly Father. Believe me, when you feel His power and authority, you will know that it is not a joke, it is not a fairy tale. It is the absolute truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.